Another week, another anime review. You guys like the Ace Attorney series, so I'm back at work. I'm MegamanNG, and I welcome you to another Ace Attorney Anime Season 2 review, aka Gyakuten Saiban Sono Igi'ari Season 2. Today we're going to be talking about Episode 3, The Stolen Turnabout Second Trial. Here's the deal. I'll provide a plot, or rather a summary, as well as the main points, so let's get underway. And yes, this episode was alright. It was good. Phoenix is on his own after the events of the last episode. He faces off against the prosecutor who claims that he has never lost a trial. Yet, he has never taken a case. The man, named Godot, claims that he has returned from hell with one objective: revenge. Without Maya or Pearl to help him, he must prove that Ron the Light is not responsible for robbing the urn. But even if he does succeed, there's more to this case than meets the eye. Yeah. That's pretty much what sums up this episode, and this episode was good. Whereas last episode put focus on investigation, this episode centers on the trial, so everything that was built up in the previous episode now moves on to here. And I truthfully do like it. I truthfully do like it a lot since this time around, since it's covering one game, which means we get more time for the episode to breathe. Meaning more time, better pacing, better everything, and I like it. So yeah, now we finally get to see Godot in action. And Godot looks just as awesome as I remember in the Ace Attorney games. He's not only every bit of tough, but he's also mysterious. Let's also not forget that he has a liking for coffee. For example, in one scene, he's carrying like a sheet of paper and then throws it, puts his hand on the ground, and then a cup magically flies out of the nowhere. I mean, this happened like twice. Like in the beginning portion of it, Phoenix had his hand like this, drink like that. I mean, I just can't question this series sometimes, but yeah, it happens a lot. I mean, wow. There's also the fact that he also lobs coffee as a grenade, like in later on when Phoenix Wright was able to prove like something right, then Godot comes in out of nowhere with an objective and ow, like that. Smacks Phoenix Wright with a coffee, aka the coffee grenade. But surprisingly enough, he refers to Phoenix Wright as Maruhodo. His Japanese name is Naruhodo Ryuichi. Here it's Maruhodo since Godot refers to it, but in the sub it would be referred as Trite. We get some appearances here in this episode. First is Larry Butz. Larry Butz does appear in this episode. He makes an appearance in this case, and yeah, he actually works now as a security guard for KB Security. He actually turned out to be a big help in the trial, and I truthfully like that. He actually was a big help for this case, and helping Phoenix, Maya, and Pearl out when things got a bit rough. It was pretty awesome indeed. And yes, Luke Atme takes the stand. And despite having a calm facade, he can be a bit nuts, as you can see why. And it shows throughout the trial. Not much to say on Luke Atme, since we pretty much will know the real truth eventually. Like I mentioned already, the episode's pacing is pretty solid. Since it's all trial time, it gives the episode a chance to streamline things. And it does help big time. It really does. They do take some liberties that make it different from the games. And surprisingly enough, they had like Phoenix cover most of it on his own, and then Maya and Pearl show up to help him out. Which helps make the episode a bit different. Not to mention Pearl having this desire to see Nick and Maya fall in love. It follows the same way as in the games, but for a different reason. Since, yeah, we will eventually learn why, and the fact that Phoenix is, or rather Pearls, is really obsessed with having Nick and Maya be a couple. She may be a young kid, but she really does have a hard time understanding what's really up. I just really feel bad for the kid when that moment comes, believe me. It really is. And yes, even though the case does end on a happy ending, well, sort of, it doesn't. It ends with a killing shock, or rather a killer shock, when it was now confirmed by Godot that Ron the Light's now being charged with the death of Kane Bullard, CEO of KB Security. The worst part is that the trial only proved that Ron is in more trouble than originally thought. And yes, just like in the games, this case is far from over. I don't know what Godot's plan is, but we can only assume that, yeah, it's all for the sake of facing Phoenix Wright in court. What reason? We won't know for sure. The episode was very solid. It was very good. The pacing was good. The animation was consistent. Though I wish the music could actually have used an orchestrated version of the third theme instead of the first. We know the first theme is memorable, that much is clear, but come on. I think it's time for us we move on. Since we're now adapting Trials and Tribulations, why not have the third theme be like a remix or orchestration? It would work, and it also shows how far Phoenix has gone in his development. It would have been nice. My final score for this episode's an A. The episode was great. Not bad, but pretty good. And since it is just focused on the trial and nothing else compared to last season, it does give us plenty of time for us to, well, breathe, get things going, get the pacing flow going. Yeah, you get the idea. It's a pretty solid episode, but I gotta ask, what do you guys think? I hope to hear from you guys in the comments what you think. That is going to be it for this episode review. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, please be sure to hit the like button. It really does mean a lot to me. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and more importantly, click the bell. Doing all this helps me out big time. This is MegamanNG signing off. Peace out. See you next week for my thoughts on the third trial, episode 4. Igi'ari!